Hello, hello! Hello, everyone. Hello, Maestro. Hello, Sirasu. There we go. Let's see here. We might need to widen this just a little bit. Just a little bit, I think. Did I remember to pull up reference work? No. No, I did not. Give me a minute. I have, like, an idea. Is it a good idea? Probably not. But hey. That's fine. What? Give you some early support? Thanks, Keys. I appreciate it. There we go. There we go. Move those windows over there. Doing the thing. Maybe I should squish it a little bit. You know, the whole Windows 11 thing that's like, no, we'll snap your windows for you. I'm like, no, stop. Stop that. If I want them in that, like, arrangement, I'll do it myself. Like, thanks. Truly a mystery why Josh chose Oscar. Oh my god. Hey, it's... Look. Look. I am the predictable. It's me, I'm predictable. It's, you know. There was, like, a chance that one of the others would have caught my eye. This wasn't in case of emergency, in which there is only one real option, you know? You can have this boring boy, this cringy boy, or this Tigor, right? And we were always choosing the Tigor. That was always happening. Oh, that's loud in my headphones. We will do that. There we go. That's how we'll do this. Crush my lip. Terrible. Terrible. He has the best route. I don't believe that. Actually, I know that's not true, Cirrus. I know that's not true. Oh, excuse me. And that's, I assume... No, that's, Ask Slakes. I don't care what Slakes says. All I know is that I get to kiss Wes in the epilogue. So obviously, that's the best route. This is a very simple... It's very simple. Do I get to be with Lad? Yes. Good. I could maybe be convinced that Remus has the best route, but I haven't played his yet. But I could believe that. I couldn't believe that Remus has the best route. You know? Is what it is. Remus does not. Now wait a minute. But he's like the second hottest one. So he's obviously the second best route, right? That's how this works. I get to lie in a pool with Wes, which is real cute. Real cute. Obviously making him like one of the best routes. If not the best. He's probably just the best, you know. You get to sit in a pool with him. He's real cute. We're gonna be here messing with perspective for a minute. That's for sure. Let's see here. Do I even remember what like a bottle shape looks like? Not really. I haven't held a bottle in like a long time. I think it's thinner than that. We'll do this. His sex scene is good. I see, I see. How are we? Kinza, hello. Oh. I should probably look up what like a bottle looks like. Give me a minute. Oh, the tube's shorter. Okay. Okay. I can accommodate for that. We'll... We can... Oh, look at this lopsided bottle. Well, let's fix that now so it doesn't become a problem later. Okay. Not sure how I want to position the rest of this, but we'll get there. Alright, see you, Kinza. Ah, Bucky, hello. Nah, Imbrobro, hello. Okay, where's... where did the other window go? There we go. Are you keeping up with Digimon Seekers? I had read, like, part of Chapter 1, and, a friend at Locals suggested that I, like, streamed myself reading it, and I was like, that's a good idea. And so then I stopped keeping up with it, because I was like, oh, well, I'll stream myself reading it. And then that didn't happen. So, I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll remember. Maybe at some point I'll remember to actually, like, make a thumbnail and, like, get all the art assets together for that. At some point. Oh yeah, it was definitely Google translated. Oh yeah. Oh, bruh. A mature level Digimon. And I'm like, yes, I know that technically level 4 is called adult in Japanese, but, like, I had never seen it just referred to as mature, and that's such a Google Translate, like, way of doing that. But, you know, it's still, like, a readable thing. Very, very readable. Grizu! Hello! Your Kate Sith came in today. I forgot to send you a picture. Yeah, there it is. That doesn't narrow it down, the cowboy one. One with the gun. There we go. That should narrow it down, hopefully. Let's see here. Did you get your treat from that one? Was there a treat in that one? Wait. Oh, there is 2 cards in here. Oh, he's big. Oh. Bigwig. Good though. Wait, front-facing Josh is my new favorite. What's wrong with front-facing Josh? Why is everyone like this? What's wrong with that? I went through the trouble of designing, like, a front-facing portrait, and everyone's like, no. Like, most birds don't even bother doing that. And I'm like, no, I'll do it. I'll make sure, like, you know, I have a model for that. Nope, I guess not. That's fine. How does this otter look? Probably like a bear. I always draw like otters, like just skinny little bears. I don't know, I give them like the same rounded ears. They're twink bears. That's what they are. Now wait a minute, do I... Oh shit, we have to worry about his, like... his goatee. That's right. Actually, wait a minute. Is his goatee not in his sprite? Wait. It's not. Huh. Weird. Huh. Well, now I have to search for... Because how did Chase's goatee look? I guess I can pull up, what was it, group photo? Was that the name of the CG? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Got this little... It looks dumb, I mean... it's good. It's, you know... It's not good. It's really bad. But that's the fun part, right? Do any of you have a goatee? What's the goatee life like? I never let facial hair stick around for me, so... Like, I shave on the regular, so it's just kind of like, oh well. You forget to shave? How do you forget to shave? Oh, we'll put that there for now. Eto. Yeah. I don't know, been a while since I've like drafted something that's more than just a portrait shot on stream, hasn't it? Probably why I don't do anything like complicated on the stream. Is like I'm afraid of it like taking too long. Draft some Digimon on stream. What Digi do I draw? I can put that on the docket for next week. Do I draw Aguman? No, like TCG. What? Do I do live deck building? Do I stream myself on digimoncard.dev and be like, okay, so this is how we break Edamon Turbo this week, guys. This is we'll use BT3 Crest Garurumon. We'll run 2 copies of them. And we'll just get there. We'll just get there, guys. That sounds terrible. Yeah, my attention. I don't know, I've always really liked BT3 Crest Garurumon, but he just never quite got the utility he needed. Like, I ran him back in the day, but you know, that was just in BT3 format. Everything after that, I'm like, man, this card needed like half the Evo cost. It didn't need all these restrictions. It is what it is, though. You kind of just get used to that. I get that it was like early in the game's life cycle, so they didn't want like the freest of card advantage. But still, they should have just let me. Oh, see ya, Maestro. Yeah. Because I really liked the BT3, like, Blitz, Greymon, and Crest Garurumon. Like, they were neat. They weren't really, like, tied to an archetype. They were just, like, generic support. In a Smoke Room era outfit? What, you mean just put me in a button-up shirt and some suspendies, and that's it? Because, like, everyone in that game is dressed like that. Anytime there are like more than 2 characters on screen, I'm like, wow, everyone just is dressed the same in this game. Except for like Chang. Oh. Attention seeker? Huh? Oh. Maybe I'm not paying attention enough to chat. Which, you know, I don't. I'll be, you know... it moves fast, but... What am I eating? I'm eating a bowl of popcorn. I have some poppin' corn. I don't think this qualifies as eating. You know what I mean? Does this lad look broken enough to be Chase? Is he just like me for real, for real? I don't know, rereading that and seeing how often Chase says it's fine, oh no. It's, you know... Doing TCG stream. Yeah, maybe one day again. I don't know. I always like think about doing it, and then I'm like, I don't know. My audience is not for that. Like every once in a while I think about doing like what I've read this month for comic books, right? Because I still occasionally read superhero comics. And then I'm like, nah, no. I'll inevitably just be asked questions about the movies again. Like, questions I do not want to actually have, like, answers to. So it is what it is. Oh, we're gonna watch GX later? Oh, Grizz, I'm gonna hold you to that. We ended on a cliffhanger last time with the duel with Titan. We gotta figure out if Judai can win against Titan. It'll be exciting. Let's see here. I bet he doesn't even play Rescue Cat. Oh, bruh. I don't think he runs targets for Rescue Cat. Like, his deck is full of warrior-type monsters. He doesn't have any, like, level 3 or lower beasts. I guess maybe Rottweiler? He has one target. He has one target for Rottweiler, I guess. Man, there's still like the eternal fear of like any time I draw a canine. It's like, okay, I know that I drew Tyson a lot, but like every canine I draw doesn't actually just look like Tyson, right? That's just how I draw canines. It is what it is. So I was chasing you with Tyson. You know, would they be friends? I don't think they'd be friends. Implied Dave hanging out with Leo. Ooh. I don't know about that one either. I don't know, is Dave as easily swayed as I am when it comes to larger men? Gestures at Dean. Man. you know. Dave do be just surrounded by big men. Like, I wish that were me. It's fine. Oh yeah, Haas is like has like a medium-esque build, doesn't he? Dave is average height using American statistics. What does that mean? I'm American, I don't know. Wait, what's the difference in average height between, like, America and Australia? Is it that different? I'm like 5'7" or something. Like, roughly. I think. I'm also just guessing. Because I do not know. If you compare, say, Europe. Oh, okay, okay. I don't want to, like, look up the average statistics on height. I don't want to feel bad about myself. Man, I was so short in, like, middle school and, like, early high school. Like, bruh. I remember my goal, like my personal goal for high school was like, I will break 5 feet. I was but a small bird. I eventually got like to become average height, but like you know, it took a minute. It did take a minute. Fun's baby, Josh. Ian, please. Ian, please. It's not that bad. Oh, here, let me turn up the audio. I did not realize it was that quiet. Whoops. So sorry. Oh, what was this? Is this the summer theme from Shelter? Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah. Oh, we gotta fix that eyeball. This eyeball. Here we go. We'll fix the rest of that later. Oh. Hard cut to... yeah, I almost said sad music, but I'm like, it's not sad. Just kind of like doing his thing. Oh my god. Stop, Ian. No. No. I wonder if that one character kept shrinking. You know what I mean? Like that one roommate of Legosi's that just kept shrinking as the manga kept going on. And it's just like, save him. He's going to disappear. Like, he was like roughly... Like, he was just short originally in the manga. And then like suddenly you go to like chapter 150 and he's suddenly like the size of like Legosi's hand. Like... like, what's happening to this man? He's actually just dying. He's shrinking. Oh. Man, I would have a gloriously one-sided romance with Leo. he still wouldn't have gotten over Chase while I'm dating him. And I'd be okay with that. Would you imagine up your own Shadow Leo? I mean, probably already exists. Let's face it. The amount of simping that I do for this man, like... Ooh. It's but it's down horrendous, right? That's the term that all the kids say these days. The stage beyond down bad. Yeah, yeah. Like, sometimes I like to think I'm not down horrendous for certain characters, and then you know, then I have to, like, look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, well, I guess there's no lying about this, is there? Like, oh well. We're just here. Hmm. Will I ever play the Morionatsu fan remake? I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I look at it and I'm like, it'd be really funny. But at the same time, like, it's not the same. You know, there's that, right? It's just not the same. There's many God I know. Like, are we gonna count, like, After Class as a remake because Torihiko's there? Am I gonna use am I gonna shove in character like Morionatsu characters if I ever like make a comic or something? The answer is probably yes. I'm self-indulgent enough. Probably just Torihiko though. But I do really like Juichi. Damn it. I like Shun. He's a bitch. Like, oh, not Shun. Shin? Shin, that was his name. The cat? I didn't like the young wolf. He was not good. Shin, that was his name. I never played Kyoya's route. I know that people like Kyoya. So I don't know. Look, Shin's a whiny little bitch, and you know what? That's kind of funny. Look, Torihiko didn't have a route, so teenage Josh had to settle for playing a different one. And he settled on, like, the other cat. You know? Not the best decision, but, you know, it was a decision. Does he have a route? No. Sadly, no. How old were you when you played that VN? I was like 16 or 17 when I played Morinatsu the first time. It was, you know, it was a disgustingly formative experience, you know. It was like, I want to say it was like around 2012. It was like somewhere around there. It's fine. Oh, Moriyanatsu isn't as bad as Twilight. It's worse. Probably, I don't know. I don't know. I've never actually, like, read Twilight. I wasn't in that zeitgeist. The thing I remember most about the Twilight era was that most of my teachers were really into Twilight. And I think that's when I knew, like, oh no, is this one of those fan bases? Nah. Yeah, my teachers, like... Yeah, I had multiple teachers that had, like, Twilight posters in their classroom. And they, like, would go to the midnight, like, releases of the movies. You could tell, because they would be so tired, like, the next day. I remember my English teacher in 2008, like the trailer dropped in the middle of class for the first Twilight movie, and she was like, I have to watch it, and she just stopped the lesson and like went back to her computer. To watch the fucking trailer for Twilight. Like, I don't know, man. Oh, I forgot to put shuffle on again. Whoops. Okay, that's why the music was like that. Oh well. Here, we'll put back on Bridgeu. Oh. Like to reset it. Yeah, there we go. Oh wait, no, she did show the class. She put it on the projector and she was just so ecstatic about showing off the trailer for this movie. And I'm like, I think I would rather be learning. I don't know if I'm here to watch, like, my teacher simp for these vampire boys. I don't think that was something I wanted to see. Like, girl, get some help. You are learning, though? I don't know about that. You've abducted me for Yu-Gi-Oh! How long do I have? I don't know. Maybe maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours from now? I guess it depends on how long it takes me to finish this. Which I'm still on the draft. So, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm having the troubles with this one a little bit. That's my fault for... for dating. Okay. See you then, I guess. Oh yeah. So this teacher that did this was when I was in middle school, by the way. This was in 8th grade. Like and to this day I still can't believe she like did that. Of just like, no, I need to see the Vampire Boy trailer. You don't understand. And then I got into high school, and I had my history teacher in high school was also a Twilight fan, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. And she also had a poster in her classroom. And I remember I tried asking her about it, of just like, what do you like about Twilight? Like, cause I was just kind of curious, and she's just like, I'm allowed to like things. And I'm like, I'm not criticizing you yet. You know, I'm just curious. Like, I've never read it. I did watch the first movie. I don't remember anything about it, but I did watch the first movie. Not willingly, but... because I ended up watching the movie with my sister. Like, in theaters. And that was something. She was not a Twilight fan. But she was a person obsessed with watching, like, film adaptations of YA novels, because she thought they were fascinating. So, of course, we had to watch Twilight. Like, if I've watched a, like, YA adaptation, like, novel adaptation, it's because I watched it with my sister. Like... YA. Oh, right, David, you might be too young for that. So YA is short for young adult. And so, like, stuff within that sphere people would just call YA. Like, back then. Yeah, it's just that, you know, that's an older way of referring to stuff for sure. Do they still have the young adult novel section at, like, bookstores? Is that subgenre still around? Like, the YA novel? I assume the YA romance / dystopian subgenre is kind of gone. You know, your divergence, if you will. It was still there like 2 years ago. Lit. Look, the last time I went into a bookstore, right? I beelined for the manga section and bought volume 2 of Curry Tiger and Ramen Wolf. Because don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Chase, don't do this to me. Is the third one out? I don't know. I should check that out. I should, check. It was cute from what you showed us. Yeah, it's real cute. It's real cute. I haven't read volume 2 yet. It's still just sitting on my bed. It is what it is. Look, I'll read it eventually. How about this? I'll actually finish reading it when I stop getting erect reading, like seeing the tiger. How about that? You know, so I'm not distracted while reading. You know, it's a little annoying, like reading for 5 minutes and then having to take a break. You know what I mean? Oh my god, Leo. Right? I don't know. Leo's cute. I still like Leo. They can't stop, won't stop. Right? You know how it is. Need to figure out how I'm gonna draw this bottle. Let's see here. Let's see here. Eat a whole potato raw while eating. No. No. That's so unhealthy to do, like, actually. Like, that guy that does that probably is cutting his lifespan short by doing that. Like, actually. I'll be too busy getting erect. Yeah, from dying. Trying to process a raw potato. Like, shit. Wait, Imbro, there's an entire scene where Chase is drinking alcohol with Leo. I read it just yesterday? Yeah. They're like sitting up on a boulder together after like they stopped searching for Carl. Like after the diner scene on Wednesday. They go to a convenience store, pick up some alcohol, and they just sit on a boulder drinking alcohol. And I really like that scene. I think that scene's real cute. You know, just Leo and me hanging out, you know. And then they made out. They made out later. It wasn't then. They waited till they got home to make out, you know. Which is another scene that I really like. That game ruined my life. I really did not need a Torihiko 2.0 in my life. But, you know, now Leo's here to stay, so... You know. You're playing Jenna's route, right? No. We're not even gonna play with that. No, the answer is no to that. Is Tyson 3.0? No. Because I like Leo more than I like Tyson. That's not a... I don't think that's a secret. You know, it's just... There's something about Leo that actually keeps me crawling back as desperately as Chase does, you know. I'm down horrendous. I kind of just have to admit that to myself. That's like, man, I'm never getting over Leo. I'm never getting over Torihiko. He's just, you know, he's so bad, but at the same time, that's what makes him so good. It's annoying. It's annoying, for sure. Cause I'm like, why am I this brand of basic, right? It is what it is, though. Now wait a minute, Ian. Now wait a minute. Leo at least has more character than Amicus. I think that's my issue with like the My Wolf boys, is like they don't have a lot of character to them. So it's like harder for me to like latch on to them, if you know what I mean. Like you end up getting to know Leo so well that I'm like, yeah, that's a person that I will gladly simp for. But like, I don't know, I look at like Amicus, right? And I'm like, this is less of a character and more like a concept to me. Like, he's the concept of the Wolfie boyfriend rather than like a person. And I think that's my issue. I think that's my personal issue. It's cute. Ah, Keys. Is this cute? I mean, I would like to cozy up with Leo like this, but like, I don't know. I don't know. Something about this scene really like speaks to me whenever I read it. That scene on Wednesday in his route. Something about it. There's something about this scene that's like they should not be in a relationship. Leo should be in a relationship with me. You know how it is. I feel like I feel like the amount of characters that I've been like down horrendous for is still a low number. You know, it's really just like Leo, Torihiko, and like one Mr. Grimm, as it were. But you know, it's not too many. It's only like 3. I mean, I wouldn't call, like... I don't think I was, like, down horrendous for Tyson. I just kind of, like, liked Tyson. He's, you know, I'm a Tyson enjoyer, as it were. Wow. Do Tyson's face the best? I mean, I don't know. Let's see here. Like, do I do Tyson's the best? I mean, I remember liking how some of the Tyson drawings turned out. Like, I think the all-cast one that I did for the thumbnail, like for the final stream, I think Tyson ended up looking really cute there. Almost too cute, to the point where I'm like, I don't think I like got his model right. Because I'm like, is Tyson supposed to come off this cute? I don't know. I think that's what causes me paranoia when drawing like Tyson, is I'm like, should he be this cute? Is this just me wanting him to be cuter? And like, I know the answer to that is yes, because I'm a very selfish person. But you know how it is. Oh. Tyson is cute. I mean, yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, Cameron. uh what a cute lad. What a cool final build. I don't know. Kind of enjoyed it, right? I like how it felt like a series of animatics. Like, that was real neat. That seems to be something that the more and more of the Echo Project games are doing, is more of like an animatic style to CGs. And I really like that. I mean, sure, that's just my preference. You know, very, very storyboard-esque, like that kind of shit. Yeah, and we even got an ending where Cameron's fucking dead. It's lit. we got the Ghostbuster spinoff, you know. Like, is it bad that I almost want, like, a follow-up to that timeline? You know, you had the two Camerons in it, and it's like, oh, it's like things are happening. You have, like, Cameron, and then you have Echo Cameron. Like, is ooh, neat. That was kind of cool. Wanted them to be happy together but they said that they would be together forever in the Ghostbuster ending. Like Cameron says so. I believe in you. Oh, there we go. Do you still want to stream the game again? I don't know if I will. I don't know. I think it would be fun to do so because I've never reread any of the Arches builds. Like, the streams are my readings, and then that's it. Read the ending, it was a little confusing. Was it confusing? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe I was not paying attention as much, and maybe that made it less confusing to me. I don't know. I was just kind of like, oh yeah, you know, he developed, well, like, the experience was bad. Was Cam being in Dev's head an alt timeline? Yeah. Cause you had that one scene in Build 7 where it showed Cameron dying to the shotgun blast from Brian. So I assume that scene where Cameron is dead, inhabiting Devin, or like attached to Devin, is continuing off that scene. That was my takeaway from it. But, you know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. That was just kind of what I thought. Oh no, I thought the ending was cool. It kind of gave you both. You know, you have your traumatic ending with that timeline, and they gave you like, it was rough for a year, but like they got through it. And you know, there's something about that that's real cute. Oh no, maybe that's just me. Like seeing the two of them work through that. I don't know. I've heard some people say that they really hated the final build, so I don't know. Maybe that's just the minority. I don't know. I don't talk to enough people to know like what the general consensus on that kind of stuff is. Cameron has it pretty terrible. Yeah, but they're working through it. And that's the important part. They're taking it slow. I kind of like that. So there are multiple endings? No. There's no choices, so you kind of just get what you get with Arches. And now, what, Howley's returning back to Kemia, specifically to ruin my thumbnail for Kemia. Damn it. I don't want to redo it. That was the best thumbnail I ever made on the channel. So sad. Sad indeed. Until I see an update. It would be really funny if they just went back to Ontario. Like, instead. Eto. Marco dies the end. Amazing. I mean, that's how the first game ended, right? That's how Adastra ends, you know? Man, seeing all the comments from people back then going like, "You're not ending it there, right?" I really wanted to. I thought that would have been so funny. Just like a role to play. Oh no, stop. Stop. That one hurts. Because I think I like a role to play more than like any of the other currently ongoing projects. I don't know, I always liked how slow McSkinny's like writing is. Like, I don't think it's for everyone, like how he tends to write things. But it reminds me a lot of like why I like Al Ewing's writing. Like for comic books. I know that's an odd reach, but he always has like a much slower, more deliberate pace to his dialogue and scenes, and I think that's why I like McSkinny's work. I enjoy Glory Hounds, but that doesn't mean like that one's my favorite of the currently ongoing ones. Like at the end of the day, like Glory Hounds is a parody project, and like that's fun, but I'm not like personally getting a lot out of it. While like a role to play had me more engaged moment to moment. Because I guess that's something that, like, I don't know, I find it hard to get really engaged with a comedy. Like, I usually think of, like, my personal engagement with comedies is rather passive. So, like, I enjoy Glory Hounds, but I'm not, like, as engaged with it, I guess is the only way I can, like, phrase that. Well, you know, you have, what's it called, a role to play, in which I'm like, well, I'm excited to see, like, more with Donnie and Wazzy, and all of, like, those friends. Like, I want more awkward scenes with the dad. Like, actually, like the entire sequence where like you have dinner and like hang out with your dad was probably like my favorite scene in a role to play. Like, oh damn, I really liked I really liked how both extremely awkward and raw that entire sequence was. But I feel like as it is, like that project will probably suffer from not being as fun to consume moment to moment, you know? Because you are kind of just stuck with these socially awkward characters that don't, like, communicate well. And, like, I think that's a lot of fun, but I know that that's doesn't always do very well, right? Like, I'm a fan of Mari Okada's work, the anime writer, and like her writing has like the same kind of scrutiny to it, where people complain that her writing isn't as engaging moment to moment, and it's too hard to figure out how characters are feeling all the time. Because like her stories are typically about how like people can't communicate well, and so you'll have like the common complaints is always, I can't figure out what the characters are actually meant to be conveying. And I'm like, oh, you know, like I get it. I feel like that's a bit of the point, but hey. And then again, like, Okada hasn't put out like a big hitter in a while. I think like 2019 was the last time she put out a film that I was like, aw shit though. And even then, like, no one watched that movie, so. Maybe that's a good thing. Well, you know, not good, but like, I was kind of getting tired of like every time she puts out something, people would like complain. Oh, it's Okada, still not like being weird. Or people get like hyper stuck on stuff in her stories that don't matter. That's always fun. Remember when she made a show that criticized like how women are treated in the workplace, and all anyone talked about was the Vor airplanes in the show? Yeah, that was funny. It's like, Okada, I understand the metaphor. I really do. Maybe this wasn't the best idea. Because no one's gonna get over the fucking airplanes, like, boring the girls. Probably one of her best written shows, but oh well. Yeah. Probably one of the best things from that art director as well. Like, it's the normal director that works with that, but like with Okada. Also, I remember really liking like her first work that got her really popular, Anohana, which might be way too boomer at this point. That shit aired in 2011. Hey, it's probably too old for most people now. Yeah, you heard of Anohana. I see. Only heard of it. Yeah, that was one of those, like, weird landmark shows for a bit. Like, sure, it's cry porn, Like, it's okay to, you're meant to get to like the episode and be like, oh, but like sad. Even though like you know it's like, you know, at least Okada was upfront with that show. Like, she's just like, okay, here's what the ending's going to be. You know what the ending is going to be for this going in. It's not as bad in that case as Makia. Was that the name of that film? Where that film was very much like, you know how this is gonna end. You've read the premise. You're sitting here for 2 hours watching this boring as fuck film. It's not her best work. It's like, oh, yeah, we're doing this ending. I see. Yeah, we kind of knew this going in. Thanks, Okada. I wouldn't say this was a waste of my time. There was a neat experiment, as it were. I don't know whether I want to, like, ink in his marks or not. Like, I'm wondering, would that be too much, like, ink in the drawing? Would that make it look off? Curious. Actually, I should double check the A Role to Play soundtrack and see if I want to, like, pull any of that for this. Yeah. Because, like, sadly, I actually don't remember, like, any of the tracks in A Role to Play. I'll have to... That's, like, the downside is, like, when I record with Durian, you know, I, like, don't actually hear it. Like, neither of us can hear the music while we're recording. Just because of how, like, the audio setup is. Which is, like, a little annoying, but, you know, there's not really much we can do about that. What's my favorite anime? Don't got one. I've watched too much, so it just kind of... I don't know. I feel like once you've watched in the triple digits, like... it's kind of hard to, like, think about it that way. I don't know. Or at least I find it difficult too. Yeah, triple digits. I used to do a bunch of, like, art research for college and stuff, so... And, like, most of my papers and stuff were on, like, modern, like, animation. So I would, like... for, like, research projects and stuff, I would go through entire, like, directors and animation directors' filmographies that would, like, span decades, so... That adds up pretty fast. And in that era of my life, I was also keeping up with nearly every show that was airing weekly. Well, not every show, but I would, like, try every show that was airing weekly. So I would end up watching a lot. At least, like, a few episodes of, like, every show. Was your sleep schedule ever stable? It was more stable in college, but you know, I was like I was watching a lot of that stuff in like just in college. Like I don't know, like I'd be sitting there on campus watching stuff. I'd be like sitting there in class watching stuff. Like I don't know. I'd be sitting there between classes on my laptop watching like just whatever. I'd be sitting there in class watching whatever, you know, it's an art class. I'll just like have my laptop open watching stuff while doing work. Were you watching Bluey? I did watch when season 1 of Bluey was still relatively new. I was watching that in one of my graphic design classes. No, I wasn't. I was sitting in a graphic design class, but I did not actually have that teacher. I was just sitting in to keep one of my friends entertained. That class was really funny, or at least that interaction was really funny, because like I had put on Bluey, and this friend always likes to like lean over and like see what I'm watching to be like, oh, Josh is watching something. It has to be interesting. Josh is watching it. He's picky as fuck. So like when he had asked like, oh, Josh, what are you watching today? And I was like, oh, it's an Australian preschool show. He was not happy because he's just like, really, a preschool show? Like, Josh, that's a preschool show, right? Like, and like after like 2 episodes went by, I like minimized the player, right, to do something else, and he just leans over and is like, you're gonna put on another episode, right? Because he started like actually watching it after a bit. It was real funny. It ain't a preschool show if it stars a DILF. No, it can still be a preschool show. Like, whatever. Target demographic is target demographic at the end of the day. Yeah. More of like an all ages thing. Well, not even that. Like the dialogue can get pretty grating if you're not okay with like listening to a show that's actively aimed towards 3-year-olds. So it still has some of those like isms of, oh, this is the episode where the kids learn how to share. You know, like that kind of shit. Which, like, that can be tiresome for some folks, and I get it. Yeah. Let's see. I thought it was really funny. Like, in that same class, I had gotten the Steven Universe movie, right? And it was at a time in which like it aired once on TV, and thus like most people didn't actually watch it. And so I was sitting there watching it in class, and a bunch of other students just like walked over to where like I was to watch the movie, and like I was just complaining about the film the whole time. I would just be like, I can't deal with this scene, it's so bad. Oh, fucking hell, are they really doing this? This sequence isn't as well produced as they think it is. Like, you know, I'm sitting there, like, talking like that while we're watching this movie. I'm sure, like, they did not appreciate that, but also, you know, I was the one, you know, actually watching the movie. Well, you know, they should have all been doing their assignments, right? It's a good thing the teacher did not give a shit. Because it's like, man, I'm not supposed to be in that classroom. I just go in there to hang out with a friend, and, like, I end up distracting half the students, like, when I'm in there. What's so bad about the movie Cirrus? We don't have time. And by that, I mean, I don't want to have to explain. Let's not. Let's not and say we did. Like most Steven Universe conversations, let's not and say we did. Because I think that show is bad. So people are always like, Josh, you can't like that. You can't dislike that show. It was formative for me. Yeah, they talk like that. That's how Steven Universe fans talk. Have you seen the I don't know what that is. Vyriska? Vyriska? I don't know. And then you have, like, the next generation of Steven Universe fans, right? And by that I mean you have the Owl House Copium crew, right? That are like, no, the characters are so good. Willow matters, I swear. Like... I shouldn't be allowed to talk about shows. I was just like... I mean, I get it. I really do. Like, you know, if you emotionally attach yourself to a product, you're not gonna want, like, someone to, like, just actively shit on it and all of its elements. Like, I get it. I don't even think the Owl House is bad. I just think it's funny that whenever I criticize anything about it, that fan base is just like, no, you can't criticize anything. And I'm like, bruh, calm down. It's just a children's show. Besides, half of you weren't even here when the show was airing. I was there when that show was announced. I saw the size of that fan base. That show only got a fan base in season 2 when it got put on Disney Plus. That one was, like, really weird, seeing people, like, complain about it getting canceled after the fact, and it's like, but you weren't here, like, when it would have mattered. Also, that show was so expensive to produce, of course it was gonna get canceled. Like, fuck. Like, at least Amphibia is, like, conservative with its production. Which is probably what makes that show a lot better. And I sadly fell off of The Ghost and Molly McGee. I, like, was watching that for a bit, and then just completely forgot that it existed. Where you have it for... Wait, what? Oh, god damn it, I can't actually see what it says, god damn it. Which is the one where you have a 4K image of the character? Oh, that was Amphibia. That one's Amphibia. Yeah. I have the 4K image of her dabbing. Not on this computer, actually. I should have transferred that over because, you know, it's historic. But yeah, I do have that. It's very good, very good. Love me some, Anne, was that her name? Yeah. Anne is great. What a great protagonist. That was something that, like, I noticed very quickly when watching Amphibia and The Owl House while their seasons were airing at the same time, and I'm like, oh, like, Anne pushes her own series forward, like her episodes forward, and it's kind of annoying when you realize that, like, Luce just sits around and things happen around her, so it doesn't feel like she's doing a lot. Like, very few episodes are the cause of, like, Luce's interaction with something. It's usually just... It's a plot over character kind of style of writing that I am not a big fan of. Especially in television writing. I think that's my issue. Is, like, if The Owl House was a mini-series, I'd forgive a lot more of how it was written. But because it's like a TV show, it just, like, I don't know, doesn't quite work for me. Too unmotivated. I mean, it's a kid's show, right? These aren't made to entertain adults. They're made to entertain, like, children. So, like, you know. Then again, American, like, animation that tries to be towards, like, teenagers can feel really awkward, right? Like, not even, like, the adult animation, just, like, animation for teens in America is also pretty, Like, what are we doing here? Like, they come off very awkward because they can't tell if they, or at least I can't tell if they want the kid audience or the adult audience because they can't really, like, figure out a real balance. What it was, that's, like, my biggest issue. It shows, like, what was its name? Like, High Guardian Spice, because that was, like, a kid's show that got slightly aged up to be for teenagers, like, to the show's detriment. Beyond the actual, like, quality itself, which is bad. And then you had, like, what was that one show called? The Amusement Park Show. With the Supernatural Amusement Park. Main character's name was, like, Barney. I actually can't remember. That show also was just really confused on what its target demo was. And it, like, annoyed the shit out of me, like, when watching it. Because you'd have, like, whole episodes that are definitely there to entertain children, and then you'd have whole episodes that are meant to, like, say something for a teenage audience, and I'm just like, you're not balancing this right. It's just not coming together. I wish it was, because I like a lot of what you're doing, and I can appreciate what you're doing, but, like, Precure exists, like... It is annoying that, like, Japan has got that down pat, where they can just make a kids show that is just for all ages. I think about, like, Shinkalion and how that ended up, like, how big of a show that ended up being in Japan. Dead End? Is that what it was called? Damn. Oh well. Cause yeah, cause Shinkalion ended up being, like, huge with kids, parents, teens. Like, it kind of, like, was big with everyone over there. Okay, less teenagers, but, like, you know what I mean. Like, it was popular with adults and kids alike, and that's, like, impressive. Precure grows with its demographic every fucking year. Somehow. Still don't understand that one. Like, ignoring quality. It's like, well, how are they able to market this to, like, everyone? It's kind of been a while since, like, America's been able to produce a more high-profile, like, children's show that can, like, really bridge age groups together, you know? It usually ends up being, like, X show is popular with just kids or just teenagers. Because you end up, like, having the kids shows that end up, like, being popular with adults, but not kids. You know, you have your Tron Uprising, right? Where it's, like... the actual audience watching that show was, like, 20 plus. And they did cite that as part of the reason for cancellation of that show, is just, like... they wanted a kids audience. Like... and, you know, I think that's fair. Same with, like, Motor City, right? Like... poor Motor City. That's one of those shows that's like, Jesus Christ, this is some of the coolest animation I've ever seen on a TV budget. And no one's watching, so it got canceled real fast. Like, that show was so technically impressive. But, you know, that doesn't get views. That doesn't... You can have, like, some of the most impressive technical animation in the world with some of the more, like, unique design sensibilities. That does not equal people watching. Like, I have no idea why they did that with that show. That was, like, such a death sentence. And both those shows were in, like, the same, like, hour-long block for Motor City and for Tron Uprising. Until they canceled Motor City and then moved Tron Uprising to episodes at midnight. And I'm like, why? I mean, I get it. They realized that the people watching were adults, so they wanted to put a actual show for kids in that time slot again. So they ended up moving Tron to like midnight. Cause like, oh whatever, they're adults, they'll watch it. And I'm like, you right. Yeah. That was also the hilarious era of the Disney hiatus, where like all of their shows would just go on these really, really annoying hiatuses. I remember watching Gravity Falls as it was airing. Like, I had watched episodes as they were premiering. It was such a nightmare. I absolutely loved it. There was always something about the, ooh, when's the new episode, guys? That was always, like, a fun game to play. Oh, yeah, they really did just go ham on the animation for Motor City. And, yeah, it's just not remembered. Like, oh well. And, like, everyone I know that likes Motor City only found out about the show after it was canceled. So it's like, well, damn it. Like, you found out too late to help save the show. Like, because I remember at the time it was airing, there were kind of like two schools of thought on the show. And it reminded me a lot of Symbiotic Titan, where you had like adult fans going, the animation's amazing, the art design's incredible, they're doing so many things in this, blah, 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 right? And then you had the people go, it's ugly. Because it's not quite the most appealing kids show ever made. Which, you know, is true. That is a very valid criticism. Like, kind of the same with Tron Uprising, where like, oh, it has some of the most incredible direction you've ever seen on a TV budget for 3D. And most people are like, it's ugly. And, you know, they're not entirely wrong. And, you know... You had people complaining that it was both ugly and hard to keep up with the plot. Because that show was definitely like, no, 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 we're going to be a hardcore sci-fi show. And I'm like, guy, you're writing a show for kids, and like you're producing a show, but oh no, like, Ian, no harm done, right? Like, I like how technically impressive like Tron Uprising was for the time, and that was something that would keep me engaged while watching it, but like, like, I understand there is zero appeal outside of that, like, just watching a TV show. Like, episodes are mostly people standing around talking philosophically about like the grid, and you know, that's not exciting to watch. Like, I have so much respect for how Tron Uprising was made, but I definitely don't think that's like a great television show. That's not like a good product to show people. It's unfortunate. At my solace with that show is at least the director liked what he made. Because that was an infamous quote from him where he got asked about the show, and his response was just like, I regret nothing. I got to make the show I wanted. Like, he knew he was making a show without appeal. And just was okay with knowing it was gonna get canceled. Like, you know, more power to him, I guess. I don't even know if there are, like, kid shows airing anymore that I would be watching. Because, like, Cartoon Network doesn't air new shows anymore, right? Because they're kind of like a preschool program, like a preschool channel now, kind of. And what's it called? HBO Max didn't quite take off with its, like, lineup of cartoons because no one was fucking watching them, which, like, is fair because they're not very good. I'm sorry, Infinity Train fans. I'm not, actually. Did I like Infinity Train? No, not really. That was a show that I watched every season of and was kind of like asleep at the wheel going like, okay, but like, we're gonna do any, like, at least season 1 felt like it had a point. After that, I felt like I was watching One Piece. For better or worse, where like, oh no, you have these individual arcs with nearly original casts each time, and they clearly, like, this, no, we want everything to be interconnected. Fucking everything in this episodic kids show. It's not really episodic, it's nearly episodic. Fuck off. Like, it's basically episodic. Like, show. Like, you really don't need Dark Souls lore. You really don't. I don't want this. Look online. Oh, well, your fans want this, but, you know, they're also, like, teenagers, so maybe that's not the best demo for that. Because, like, children are not watching this. And I was just so bored watching it season to season. That, and, you know, I had the unfortunate opinion of, like, the only season I kind of liked is the Black Sheep season, which is 2. Cause I'm like, oh, hey, this one's kind of neat. There's kind of a fun, what's it called? A fun, like, hook at the start for, like, this being made. That's kind of cute. Well, oh, like, fans hated it. Okay, well, I guess I'm the odd one out. Which, you know, the show's not for me, so, like, I understand. I wouldn't say that I'm picky when it comes to media. I just consume media differently. Because I rarely think about my own enjoyment when watching something. Usually all I'm thinking about is, like, how well is the production going? How well is it utilizing its resources? Which is a pretty boring way to consume media, I know. But I'm a boring guy, so, you know. And that's the reason why, like, I don't like half the movies that come out. I get so bored when I watch them. Doesn't help that most modern movies are ugly as sin. Anytime I watch like a new Pixar movie, I'm just like, how ugly can we make this movie? And then they put Luca in front of me, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! Why does it look this way? Oh. I know that people like that movie, and they think it looks cute. I understand. And I look at Luca, and I'm like, why is this so ugly? Why do they have realistically colored hair and pores on their face with these round cartoony designs with these sunken in eyeballs that imply a skull? It's just no. This is like, the designs look fine on paper. They look terrible in 3D. Like, no. Also hated the look of Turning Red, but yeah, you know. That one's also pretty sinful. And I didn't watch Strange World, or whatever that one Disney movie was. I was so out of it by that point that I'm like, nope. I'm not spending money to watch this. Goodbye. And I just didn't watch it. Because I watched, like, the trailer for it and went, this looks gross. I don't like the way that this looks. I don't care if this is supposed to be the inside of a human body. I don't care. Also, spoilers, I guess. Do I want to put a line there? I kind of do. Oh, I don't really watch live action movies, so there, you know, there's that. Not really. It's like, sure, the last movie I watched in theaters was a live action film, but also, are we really counting Shin Kamen Rider? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah. Here we go. Nothing really interests you from Disney or Pixar. I mean, I understand why Disney and Pixar makes the films that they do. I don't really begrudge them for that style of filmmaking, not too much, because I know that that's what will keep the studio afloat. Like, at the end of the day, that's what they're looking for, right? Especially now that, like, they're constantly running out of money and shit. They're not, like, really, like, recuperating costs anymore, so they kind of do need to make a product that will sell. I wouldn't call it greedy. That's a little ignorant. Like, it's corporate greed on, like, some parts of the company, for sure. But, that is not the case, like, with, like, the whole thing. they actually have to be careful about, like, their films doing well and not. That's not a greed thing. That's a, like, they don't want to go bankrupt kind of a thing. And that's a lot of livelihoods if Disney goes bankrupt, so, like, I get it. You say that, David, but how well did the new Little Mermaid do? It did very well. The merchandise is selling. I haven't looked at the box office myself, but I'm sure that was done very well. At least, like, in terms of, like, a monetary gain. Like, I understand. I get it. I'm not gonna watch that. I would just, like, if, like, there was a better spread at the company. But I also understand they're not in a place where they can really do that currently. So that's why you have stuff like, well, Pixar's always been really bad about this. Disney hasn't. Like, Pixar's always been really bad about the whole, no, we have to make a product that sells more than, like, anything. Like, above anything else, we have to make a product that will connect with audiences. And, like, you can see that by, like, researching, like, how the criticisms that the Story Trust has and how they judge movies and things like that. You know, you have the infamous one with Zootopia, right? That was one that made the rounds, where the Pixar Story Trust and their criticisms of that film and what caused, like, that film to have to pivot and completely retool itself. Zootopia kind of fine. I don't think it's a very good movie, but that comes from, like, a lot of other, like, things. I think it's impressive that the movie flows as well as it does for being made in 8 months. Like, damn. Like, I can't believe they just took the art assets that they made and then just made a movie, like, out of those art assets they had already made. Like, pretty impressive, actually. Like, the fact that it's still a coherent film by the end is pretty impressive. That's the kind of the thing that I praise Zootopia most for, is that it's at least a coherent film. You know, it's not, what's it called, Frozen, the first one, where you can tell that there's a lot of elements in that movie that were just left in because they were already made from previous drafts of the script. And yeah, like, Zootopia has some of that, but it's retooled in a way that's less infuriating. Like, you almost can't tell that they replaced the main character of Zootopia, removed half the sets, and completely made a new villain at the last second. Yep. Almost. I mean, you can still tell, but, like... It's better than what Frozen was doing, so I'll give them that. I think that's one of the biggest issues with Zootopia, is the message doesn't come across. Because they said that the message was not racism bad. That was not meant to be the message of the movie. It was meant to be a little broader than that. What was it supposed to be? The film was meant to be about cultural biases. And Byron talks about this in a lot of interviews that you can look up, I guess. The individual biases. That's because they were cut from the movie. You know, when they retooled the entire film and thus changed the perspective, it meant that you don't see that anymore. It a little bit sucks, but like, because you got to see more of the smaller culture elements in Zootopia back when Nick Wilde was the protagonist. When they swapped to Judy, it now meant that like she wasn't going to be in a lot of those sections of Zootopia, so those sections just had to get cut. A little unfortunate. No, I actually think the shock collars were a bad idea. They're fun. But that shouldn't have been there. Like that's going to off-put audiences more than anything else. And not in a good way. You know, this isn't Yu-Gi-Oh, right? We can't just like put shock collars on half the cast and call it a day. Like, But they had also said in some interviews that just people weren't connecting with Nick. Like, they said like that was an issue. Is people just like they had stated that like Nick made people feel uncomfortable. Not in that way. You know what I mean. And so that led to like the major decision to swap Judy as the protagonist. As more people liked Judy. Like, even when she was the side character, more people liked Judy. Which, like, is the better decision for making the film more marketable, right? Like, I get it. Zootopia was also really unfortunate that it had such a long development cycle that they kind of needed the movie to do well. So, you know, those changes were there to make the movie more marketable for a wider audience, right? You know, when the budget gets too big, you do actually have to worry about that. It sucks, but it's true. You know, I've heard the original pitch for Zootopia. It was really bad. Like, I read the original pitch and was like, Byron, what were you fucking smoking? Like, Byron's pitch, if I remember correctly, it's been a while. Like, the pitch that he made post Tangled for like what his next movie was going to be, was like a scientist on a deserted island that accidentally turned himself into a cat. I think that was like how it was worded. It was like something like that. So, you know, projects change over a production, you know? I mean, the Nick theme park version. Oh, that was just, that was post, what was it? What was the name during that time? Like Savage City or something? Can't quite remember. That, you know, we don't have like a screenplay of that version of the film. We really only have like interviews of Byron talking about that version of the movie. No, David, you are incorrect. That is not what I'm talking about. Wild Times was the name of the amusement park itself, not that version of the movie. Or what, like, the movie was called back then. But you can still find, like, a bunch of scratch animatics for it. Yes, it did have a different title. Most projects have different titles throughout development, David. Like, you usually don't just stick with one. You have a couple working titles, and as the project changes, you will change the title along with it. Like, that's pretty normal, you know? You have the 80 bajillion film titles that Tangled had. Like, that movie was just called Rapunzel for a while. Just kind of happens. Yeah. Nope, never liked the Toy Story movies. Not personally, anyway. They're, like, fun to see where Pixar is at any given moment in time, but that's about it. Because they will typically put their best foot forward for each of their productions for Toy Story. So you can always, like, see where they are at on, like, a technical level when you watch, like, a Toy Story film. just admit that you don't like Pixar? I've always admitted that. That's not a secret. I usually make that like pretty clear. Most people that know me just know that I don't like most Pixar movies. Like, the number of films that they have made that I like are in the single digits. So... And most of those are like, I guess I can sit through this one. Like... And even then, it's like... Oh, I like this movie because I like the director's other works. Or, oh hey, they imported a director from a different studio, and this one's actually decent. Well, would you look at that? Cliff is just, what's his name? Alex from Ad Astra. Who made WALL-E? Damn it. I think that was a Pixar veteran. If I remember correctly. One moment. You're a normal guy, right? Yeah, he's just a Pixar guy. Alex without the evil. How far are you? Because I might have to disappoint you about Cliff as a character. Like, when I say that he's, Yeah, when I say that Cliff is Alex from Ad Astra, he's Alex from Ad Astra. What it's you find out in William's route, right? It was either William or Murdoch's route that it actually like comes up. I want to say it was Williams. Oh, you learn his own route too? Okay. I guess I stopped playing Cliff's route before that showed up. Because I played Cliff's route up into the lake sequence. Because that was all there was at the time. I do feel bad about that. Like when I originally canceled the playthrough for Smoke Room. I'm glad to be playing it again though. Or at least I'm glad to be playing, like, Nick's route and Williams next. Cause wow, seeing you know what, seeing Darian's like excitement to like meet Cliff and Murdoch dwindle over over the beginning of the game was real funny. Oh, Cliff seems neat. To like an hour later. Oh, God, why is this cum slut still here? Like, men who are beds. Yo, facts. That's good. That's good. Wouldn't say evil, just duplicitous. Okay, so he's Starscream. Is that what we want to say about, like, Cliff? Is that better? Is that better or worse? Shit, man, I don't remember Murdoch's route. The most I remember in Murdoch's route was when you fuck a man, and then you see him the next, and like you go visit Murdoch the next day, and he's like, "Hi, so I need to introduce you to my brother-in-law." Ah, Civ, hello. And it's like, bruh, now that's a time. That's a time. Like, that's like my favorite scene that I witnessed in Murdoch's route. You know, one of the, something that it surprised me was a bit of a turn-off, which is a funny way of phrasing that, in Murdoch's route, is the amount of, that route has a lot more, or at least it feels like it had more sexual content than in other routes in that game, and I'm like, odd. Don't really like it, I'll be honest. Like them trying to write in a lore reason why they have to fuck, like more often. Not into it. Not really my thing. Talking about the smoke room, only a little bit, yeah. It's part of the reason why I end up liking Nick's route the most, is like, weirdly enough, Nick and William's routes focus more on like the individual plot of the route, and I kind of like that. Kind of like that a lot. Murdoch and Cliff's route, of course, I played the least of Cliff's route, so like take that with a grain of salt. In Murdoch's route, I was always like, Nick would have been the horny route. Man's ace, though. Like, like that man's not as into the sexual shit. Considering how bad atrocious you are. Now look here. I like Nick a lot, but I'm more into William that way. I legitimately play Nikolai's route for the plot and characters, because it has my favorite side cast and my favorite like route plot. Actually, Darian and I recorded my favorite sequence that I've played in Nikolai's route, which is we recorded the maze segment. Yeah, I had to take over that. I originally was like, oh, Darian gets to make the decisions, and we were not going to get there. So I did have to take over that. Did you make sure to fail? Well, you know, I let Darian do the decisions the first time around. Take that as you will. Like, the first time around. Second time around, I'm just like, oh, fuck it, I remember the directions. Points to the echo thumb. And now look here, Sid. Now look here. I'm allowed to be semi-horny on me. I am allowed to be the horny. Not on stream, but you know, when I'm playing a video game, you know, I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to enjoy myself. Not semi. Oh, damn it. It's fine. It's fine. We accept that. So which okay, so I have to ask, because I'm curious, right? What thumbnail is worse, the Leo one or the Tyson one? Like, that one keeps me awake at night. Like, I look at both these thumbnails and go, I don't know which one is worse. I don't... You haven't seen the Tyson one? Awesome, that might be a good thing. The Tyson... The one where you're getting punched? A little bit, yeah. Yeah, it's that one. I just don't know which one comes off as worse for me. The Leo one for sure. Yeah. I don't know what CG I'm gonna use for Flynn's route. Like, I've been thinking about that. I guess I have to use the smoke room segment, right? That's like the only CG with both Chase and Flynn in it. Oh, you're doing each route? I mean, I might as well. I do like the game a lot. And, like, the routes aren't that long. Like, I can do Leo's route in roughly 3 more streams, I think. Because I think I'll be able to do Thursday, Friday in, like, 1 stream, and then do, like, 1 stream for Saturday, and then 1 stream for Sunday. So I'm aiming for that, like, about 3 more. But the reality is the Leo one? Oh my god. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. A scared Josh walking into the smoke room. Yeah, it'll be cute. You could do Leo's route in 2 streams? Nah, I don't think I can. I don't think I can do that. Because Saturday and Sunday are, like, nearly 3 hours each. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know, I kind of like how this is coming together. I think it's kind of cute. I mean, sure, it's just because I really like this scene, you know? I should do more Chase and Leo ones. That's cute. You gave Leo some cleavage? No. Did I? Is it really that bad? I guess we can shorten this a little bit. More for perspective reasons than anything else. There we go. Was drawing Leo like this a mistake? I don't know. I'm like looking at him, like, oh. He's like so cute as a like depressed alcoholic. That's a bad phrasing. You know, you're right. He's perfect. Oh my god. Leo isn't a chubby dude. But Chase mentions he has a bit of a gut. He mentions that when Leo flexes, there's a fair amount of muscle. But there is still a Betty. So we're good. We're yeah. There we go. There we go. Vanal, hello. Leo isn't fat, but he's got some gut. Yeah, that's true. That's what makes Leo cute, right? He's got a bit of a muscle gut, and those are like my favorite. Just been listening. I see. uh, hmm. How do I... We'll worry about that during the other inking stage. I think that is what we're going to do. Oh, that is true. Like, David should not be playing these games, so it's fine if he's just here for, like, the drawing streams mostly. He can wait a couple years to play these games. They say that patience is a virtue, right? There we go. Oh, okay. How does this pass look? It looks pretty. It looks okay. Oops. Okay, well, we'll fix that. The cricket sounds in the smoke room are soothing. Really? I actually much prefer the train in Echo. Like I really like hearing the train in the background. That's something that always, like, I don't know. That one I find pretty calming. Also, you know, the train reminds me of my favorite scene in Echo, so, you know. What do you mean favorite scene? My favorite scene is after Chase boards the train in the good ending of Leo's route. So when he's like sitting on the train by himself, like in the train car. That one's my favorite scene. And Leo's not even in that scene, so no one can say it's because of that. Oh, the other ending? Yeah, no. I think that ending's really funny, but no, I actually prefer the quote, like, good ending in Leo's route. I don't know. I really like that narration that Chase has. Though Leo's route is predictably my favorite. And it's not even entirely for Leo. Like, I understand. But, you know, I do like the more thriller elements in Leo's route. Has less of the supernatural elements. Kind of liked that. I love Brian as the antagonist of that route. Like, I know, you know, it is funny, you know, like, hot, bear hot. But I do really like Brian as an antagonist. I like that he, like, actually is a real threat rather than a questionable threat, right? Because, like, in stuff like in Flynn's route and stuff like in Carl's route, it's all like conceptual stuff where it's like, this could be threatening, but we don't know, right? Like, there's a lot of like the scare comes from like the that you don't know, not really. And, like, yeah, I like that kind of horror as well, but I kind of like how unique Leo's route feels in that case, because it is just like there's like a serial killer with a gun. And that's somehow like so much more threatening than like anything else in the game. Because I'll always love the mine segment in Leo's route. Like, I do love that little segment. Ah, oh, actually amazing. I'm like this hole. It was made for me. So I'm excited to like reread like that portion of Echo, because I haven't read that, and you know, since I recorded it for the channel. Wow. That, and I'm sure those are rough. Like the original playthrough. I know there's like comedic value and like it. But I do like the idea of having a slightly better reading, as it were. Maybe it's less entertaining, but almost feel like it deserves a little bit better. An embarrassing amount of times. Oh, bruh. Go Mena, sorry. Oh, whoops, did I not? Oh, wait, no, that's not on purpose. Okay. Yeah, alright. Let's see here. Let's see. There we go. Gonna go get ice cream. Terrible, terrible. He's not even gonna get any for us, guys. Like, what an asshole. Just getting ice cream for himself? Well, I feel insulted. I don't even have ice cream currently, like... Should I buy ice cream tomorrow? No. You're still on the grind on Kingdom Hearts? Good, good. What level? Oh, Badu, hello. Civ, I'm so glad that you're playing Kingdom Hearts for only one reason, and it is a very, very selfish reason. And that's, I was almost going to start streaming it. And now, if I ever feel like looking at it, I can hop over to your stream. So... So I'm good. I'm freed. I don't have to think about it, you know? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. What if we play together? That game is not multiplayer. At least I hope not. I keep having to convince myself to not play Kingdom Hearts. If you don't understand. Like after KH3, I was like, I am so done. Like. I became so disillusioned after that. Like, I was already pretty disillusioned with the franchise post Dream Drop, but oh, you know, not buying, like, what was it, the rhythm game, whatever the next core installment of Kingdom Hearts was after 3, it felt so liberating. Like, it was like one of the first times that like I just didn't even consider buying the latest game, and it felt so good to just have that off my chest. Like it's like, oh wait, I don't have to buy it. Oh my god. The Melody of Memory, yeah, that one, yeah. It felt so good not getting it. It was amazing. I mean, I probably will eventually, but like, you know, for now, I'm enjoying my vacation from the Kingdom Hearts franchise. You know, it's a vacation that's been going for a few years now. Like, it's kind of nice not having to think about it, you know? That's just like a headache I didn't have to deal with for a bit. You like rhythm? I mean, I like rhythm games too. Though I haven't played very many of them, I will admit. That's a genre that I enjoy while I'm playing them, but I don't actively seek out, if you know what I mean. Which, like, you know. I enjoyed my time playing a handful of, like, Vita rhythm games. Those were fun. Oh, we need to thicken up the eyes a bit. You know, we need to make this boy look extra tired, right? I feel like I always make Chase just look really tired. Which, like, I don't know. He's just like me, for real, for real. I know I mentioned it earlier, but like, fuck. Like, seeing Chase, like rereading it, and then like rereading Echo and seeing how many times Chase goes, "It's fine," or "it is what it is." I'm like, oh no. This is not Daijobu. How did my tennis ace screenshots make you feel? I mean, you all say that you like June, so maybe it's not embarrassing, but it's a little embarrassing, right? I guess that's better than if like Shoichi was the one saying all that, because I'm like, I don't want to be compared to Shoichi. Also, what the fuck? How come I don't like Shoichi? That feels like one of the easiest I should like this character. And like, I just kind of don't. It's real weird. I mean, one day I have to get around to playing the Haruki path. Eventually we'll get there. He doesn't want to be the tennis ace. No, that's my problem, is I do want to be the tennis ace, and that game actively was like, no, stop playing tennis. And I'm like, but isn't this the point? Like, I wanted more tennis shenanigans in Tennis Ace. Like, it's like, it's in the name. Like, come on, give me more tennis. More tennis. Oh wait, where did I put? Yeah, I have to. Forgot about that. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Oh, damn. I like that version of that, the Echo theme. But I also like this track a lot. So we're good. We're good. Maybe Shoichi needs to be more violent. No, that's not the case, because he's already, like, pretty violent, right? I mean, we see him punch a guy. I don't know. There was just something that just wasn't really working with Shoichi for me. Like, I was a little shook at that, but, you know. You know, you have that scene where he beats up Haruki, you know, that's pretty cute. But, like, I don't know. Shoichi just never got there for me. I don't know what else he could have done, though. Not denying that he doesn't like the... I mean... You all know. There is no hiding that, so... That just is what it is. Oh, wait, let me just... We'll do it like this. Try to make this a little easier for myself. And, let's see how well this looks if we just ink the whole thing. I don't know. We'll leave it for now. Oh, whoops. Oh man, is Todd the best side character in Smoke Room? It's Todd, right? Like, Todd is just the best. I mean, I like the Nick side cast as a whole, but like, yo, Todd though. Because I do like Chang, I do like Paul, I like Benny Boy for reasons, you know. The benediction confuses you. It's hard to explain. One, I don't really get it either. But like, that man was made to be bullied. That man's made to be bullied. Does it look okay if I do this? No, I don't like that. We'll just... do it like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll just... Yeah, this is fine. Oh, wait, which song was this? Oh, right. There was like a couple Arches tracks I put on here, so I'm like not used to hearing them yet. I was like, wait, what is this one? What is this? You know how it is. A place when Brian gets his, you know. I really like the scene where Brian. Damn. You know. You know, I got 2 amazing CGs out of that, so you know, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty content with Arches. But I say I can make him worse. Yo, facts. I don't know, there are a couple really cute moments with Brian and Arches, you know what I mean? Just a couple, you know? I like when he's dancing around, like when they describe him while he's like high and kind of just trotting around dancing. I think that one's real cute. I mean, it's cute. Oh, I love the initial chat he has with Cameron, and they're just like talking about like the weirdness, and just he offers Cameron some tea. What a good gentleman, like what a good house, like host, you know, what a good host. And you know, that I mean, that moment that he like pins Cameron to the ground, I'm just like, damn, me too. Like, I want to pin Cameron to the ground like that. Just look like flags. Oh my god. Josh wanting to be the murderous serial killer. I mean... Brian's just like me for real, for real. I mean, you have the cute CG where Brian pins Cameron to the ground, the one where he pins Cameron to a tree, and I'm like, yeah, I'd do that to Cameron too. With permission, of course. You know, safety first, as it were. Use the CG with the bird restrained? You want me to draw myself like that? I'm not into that. But I'll do it anyway. Because that sounds hysterical. I mean, if I've already drawn the Tyson thumbnail like that, you know, I have no reason not to. Yeah, for the thumbnail. You know, it'll be funny. It'll look good for the thumbnail. Like, I thought about doing, like, individual thumbnails like that for, like, a password, and then that just didn't happen. That just didn't happen. And now I'm like, oh, it would be weird to go back and change all of the thumbnails. Like, I don't know. You've already done the... Oh my god. Was it incest? It's up to interpretation, I guess. Which one was incest? Oh, Sip. So a long time ago, I drew a pic of, like, Sydney from Echo, and then, Todd from the smoke room, like, sharing a bed. You know... It wasn't of anything. It can be interpreted in any way you want. It was a bad idea, you know? It happens. Your Flynn thumbnail could be the night. Oh yeah. That's what that was the plan. That was the plan. That is what we were doing. The only one that I'm like, damn, there's like no good one for me to use is like TJ's route. Cause I'm like, oh damn it. There we go. Like I almost think maybe I should try the bathroom CG? Maybe? For the TJ route one? That's what I'm thinking. And, I guess the only Jenna one I can do is, like, when Jenna and Chase are, like, searching at nighttime. That's, like, the only CG I can think of. They're roommates? See, exactly, they're roommates. It's... it's fine. It's fine. Oh, whoops. Okay. Hugging TJ by the lake. I don't know. I don't think that one, like, works very well. So, like, I was... And the kissing CG doesn't really work either. I don't know. I'll have to be creative. Oh, wait, no, I can do the hike, right? I can do the hike. I can probably do that one. Yeah, the bench one. Yeah. We got there. Also, I think this is done. I hope you all like this. Let's see, how do I name this? It's a something. I think it looks okay. Okay. You like the sippy. It be that way sometimes. Some nights are like that. But alright, everyone, that'll be it for me. I'll see you guys around.